This is the new 7 Series. Mercedes. Give me Mercedes. A tad. This is the new 7 Series. BMW. My good is all I have to say. I don't know what to do.
Am I on? Yeah. Okay, so unfortunately, I had a demo version of the connected window over there, but I had late night in Las Vegas last night, so it's sleeping in. So I'm just going to talk off this screen here. I didn't catch what Nicole introduced you to, but here at CES last year, we introduced the BMW connected application and also the Open Mobility Cloud, the symbol right there. So those are basically designed to enhance your mobility experience and help integrate into your personal digital lifestyle. And to do that, here we have already the application, BMW Connected. You can download it to your iPhone or Android. You can use Amazon Alexa. Both of those touchpoints will access the Open Mobility Cloud to access that personalized experience. And what we're doing here with this demonstration, unfortunately this is just a screenshot, but on the window when it works, we have an active presentation that shows how someone in the future might use BMW Connected to help plan their lifestyle and do some things during the day. So we set up this scenario where you're Linda, this is Linda here. Linda lives in Las Vegas, the year is 2022. She lives in her apartment with her son Sam. And you can see in the active window that she has here, she can see her schedule down the side here. And she can interact with that. And also, as part of our scenario, what happens is Dad is coming into town. And as Dad is driving into town, he actually sends a message to Linda to ask her if she'd like to join him for lunch with Grandma. The Open Mobility Cloud is actually able to analyze that message and detect that there's an event happening there. So it offers Linda and Sam the choice to join them for lunch with Grandma, so she goes ahead and does that. She joins them. It gets immediately added to their schedule. So here we have lunch with Grandma and Dad. And then during the morning, the Open Mobility Cloud is monitoring Linda's schedule, and it realizes that at some point it's time to leave. So it sends her a notification that it's time to go. But as well as monitoring the time, it understands based on the route that she's going to take, the fact that she's going to meet Dad there, the traffic that's going on, but actually the most optimal route for her to take there is to go drive into the point where she meets up with Dad's car. At that point, when her car starts to follow Dad's car, it switches into convoy mode. So in convoy mode, the highly automated driving kicks in, and she can take the hands off the wheel and allow the car to drive itself to go to the meeting. So all that, as I said, all that personalized experience and that seamless integration of that planning is handled through the back end Open Mobility Cloud. So then I'll hand you now over to Laura here, who'll describe what happens next as Sam and Linda join Dad for lunch. You see, they're supposed to bring some chocolate for Grandma, I believe.
Thank you. Thank you. So we just had the time to leave notification, so we have to go on our route. The route is now being transferred into our Open Mobility Cloud. And Linda is heading now to her new BMW 5 Series, and what we see is that the route is transferred into the car, so of course also the car is a touch point to our Open Mobility Cloud. We see that all the meetings that we saw earlier at the BMW Connected window have been transferred into the car. We saw lunch with Grandma and Dad and dinner with Sandy. So a little background info for you guys. We are having BMW 5 Series prototypes out there in the streets of Las Vegas. This is happening live while we are talking. These cars are enabled for automated driving. So on the freeway of Las Vegas, they have this automated driving experience. So I will give you a little bit of background information on automated driving, but I will more talk about that new freed up time that we get when we are in automated driving mode. So really exciting things that we are thinking of right now. So let's hop into the topic, learning map data. So as you can imagine, we need to know a lot what is going on in the streets. So for example, traffic lights. So you've maybe seen these videos of automated prototypes just heading over a red light. We don't want that. So we need very concrete and accurate information on traffic lights. This is one example for learning map data. So with the traffic lights, we get information from the cities of these traffic lights. And often these information are static, and we all know that the phases of traffic lights change, and sometimes this information from the city is not up to date. So what we want to do is we want to use the cameras of our cars that are embedded there to scan the traffic lights and to get some more information on it. Of course, we cannot do this alone, so we are collaborating with other OEMs here. So, of course, we have, for example, one traffic light, and in 1 hour, 40 cars are passing this traffic light and are scanning the phases of this traffic light. So we then combine this and compare it to the information that we got from the city, and by this we get a very accurate and precise idea of the traffic lights, to 1 second precise. We can also then see this information very accurate in our car and know how long we will be standing at the red light. So this is a map that we have developed here for the show days. What you see here are our automated driving cars that are out there in the streets of Las Vegas. So our test drive cars and our BMW 5 Series prototypes, they are collecting data live while we are speaking. What you see here is already the data that we have collected in the time when we were here. So of course we are talking about parking data, so we use the ultrasonic sensors of our cars. We have identified traffic signs and traffic lights. And we also have a reference traffic light here at Paradise Sahara 8, where we get live info here on the screen. So these prototypes that you see here are very important in order to enable automated driving. But we already have a serious functionality out there in the market, which is called BMW on-street parking. So here we use the ultrasonic sensors of our cars. The cars are passing a free parking spot. And what happens now is that this information is shared with our cloud and distributed to the whole fleet. And by this we get a parking probability. So the dark blue here is a high probability to find a parking space. The medium blue is a medium probability. So this is already available in the new BMW 5 Series of 2017. A learning map data feature already on the market. Next thing I want to talk to you about is the HD map that we have developed with our partner here. So of course we use ultrasonic sensors, the front camera, radar sensors, and a rear camera for automated driving. But in order to enable safe automated driving, we need a very detailed HD map that is powered by our partner here. So let's go on automated driving right now. I will explain you what we are doing with this cloud from here. So our front camera is scanning the current traffic sign, and we see the information in our cloud from here and the current traffic sign. These two are matching, so we can continue our automated driving experience. But as you can imagine, there are other examples out there in the street. So here we have a 4-lane marking in our cloud, but currently there's a construction going on. So the information is now not matching those, so there's a mismatch. This car now has to stop automated driving, but the information now has been shared to our cloud and the whole fleet. So we will now just jump onto the next car that is following us at this route, and we will see that the information has been updated in the cloud. So now the cloud information and the traffic sign are matching. So we have prolonged automated driving for our whole fleet alongside this route. So as you can imagine, this needs to happen a lot of times a day and worldwide in order to enable automated driving on all the streets and to be able to share live information, for example, about construction areas with the fleet. So next thing I want to talk to you about, now that we are in automated driving mode, is the time that we have. So how do we use that new freed up time when we're in automated driving mode? So let's talk about voice services. Maybe you've already seen our Amazon Echo device over here. So we already have with BMW Connected an Alexa integration in the market. So we can ask for the status of our car, precondition our car, something like that. We already have Siri in the car. So what we brought here now is a prototype from Cortana, the Microsoft voice service. So our strategy behind this is that we want to give the digital services that the customers are using in their everyday life to their in-car and BMW Connected experience. So we want to give them the choice, not force one service onto them. So let's have a look at that Cortana use case that we brought here. We want to now do a reservation for the dinner with Sandy that we had in our connected window. So we press the voice button, ask Cortana, please recommend a close by restaurant for dinner. Cortana knows me very well. She knows I love French and Thai food. So I get that as a recommendation. I choose lemongrass and say, please book a table at lemongrass for 2 at 7:30. My reservation is confirmed, even my BMW Connected onboard screen is updated with that location. So what happened was that the Open Mobility Cloud and Cortana took care of that reservation for me and updated my mobility agenda very seamlessly. So we are driving in hands-free mode. So of course, let's talk about gestures. We already have gesture command in our BMW 5 Series and 7 Series vehicles. Well, our automated driving cars here in the streets of Las Vegas are on the freeway, which is parallel to the Las Vegas Strip. So all these nice hotels are coming up, and I want to get some more information on them, live and location based. So let's see what Linda can do here. She looks into her connected drive tile and sees that there's a gesture available on the left side of the vehicle. She performs the thumb left gesture and gets the information on the luxury Skynet. Of course, I don't want to read all the text now, so I just use the point gesture and everything is read out to me. So very comfortable, an interaction with your environment, live and location based. So next thing I want to talk to you about is changing the settings and the environment of your car depending on your current context and the different situations our customers are in while driving the BMW. So for example, you want to watch a video while in the backseat, or you want to read a book, or you just want to relax. So let's talk about the BMW Connected passenger mode. So what we are doing here, this is a bring your own device use case, by the way. So the customer can bring his own tablet into the car, easily connect that to the vehicle, and just watch a video here. So we want to resume a video, and as soon as our protagonist Linda hits play, the car is set into video mode, which means that the sunshades are going up, the moonroof is closing, even the seats are adjusting and ambient lighting is adjusted. So Linda can relax and enjoy her video time in her BMW 5 Series. So you heard earlier from Simon that Dad wanted to bring the chocolate Grandma likes so much to our lunch. Well, Dad forgot the chocolate. So what are we doing now? We don't have any time. We don't want to be late for Grandma's lunch. So let's talk about BMW Connected on route delivery. So what we are doing here, we teamed up with Prime Now here, and we can just order the chocolate Grandma likes so much. And what is happening now is that the Open Mobility Cloud and Prime Now are calculating the perfect pickup location alongside our route so that we don't lose any time. So this of course is depending on my location, on my route, and my traffic situation. So these two have taken care of that, and they're gonna pop up in my control display in the vehicle. I can add that pickup location as an intermediate destination alongside my route. Next thing that happens, my Prime Now colleague is already waiting for me with that chocolate Grandma likes so much. He hands me the delivery, and I can go on to my lunch with Grandma without being late. So this is happening live on the streets of Las Vegas. So during all of our BMW 5 Series prototype rides, every passenger gets that chocolate grandma likes so much, if they like it or not. So we are heading back to the Silverlot, and maybe you saw already outside our robot driving there. So what we are talking about here are intelligent parking systems. So just imagine all these automated driving cars that have to be parked in multi-story garages, for example. So somebody needs to reserve a parking spot for them and guide them to that parking spot. So this is a visualization of that. So we have our little robot called Robbie. We were very creative with the name here. So we just are greeted by Robbie. She said, hello Linda. Of course, it is recognized. So Robbie has taken care of that reservation for the parking space. We follow Robbie to the handover point where Linda can then leave the vehicle. So Linda leaves the vehicle now. And the car parks itself autonomously. So very hassle-free for Linda. The parking scenario is performed. So that was the BMW Connected experience. Thank you for your attention. In case of any questions, don't hesitate to come back to me. Thank you.